After Joshua's generation passed away, Israel stood in a land filled with blessings they did not build, vineyards they did not plant, cities they did not construct, wells they did not dig. But comfort can be a quiet enemy. Prosperity can dull the memory. And slowly the hearts of the people drifted from the God who had carried them through the wilderness. They began to look at the altars of the Canaanites. They began to listen to the whispers of foreign gods. They began to blend into the nations around them. And the Lord, who had warned them through Joshua and through the angel at Bochim, watched as his people turned away. Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord. They forgot the God who rescued them. They served the Baals and the Asherahs. They traded the living God for lifeless idols. So the Lord allowed a foreign king to rise against them, Cushan-Rishathaim, king of Aram. His name meant double wickedness, and his oppression was as heavy as his name. Israel, once strong and victorious, now bowed under the weight of a ruler they could not resist. For 8 long years they lived in suffering. 8 years of regret. 8 years of remembering what they had abandoned. 8 years of longing for the God they had forsaken. And finally, in their desperation, they cried out to the Lord. Their cry did not fall on deaf ears. Their repentance did not go unnoticed. God, rich in mercy, moved once again. He raised up a deliverer, a man whose faith had never wavered, whose courage had been proven long before this moment. Othniel, the nephew of Caleb, a warrior shaped by the wilderness, a man who had seen giants fall and promises fulfilled. The Spirit of the Lord came upon him, not as a whisper, not as a gentle nudge, but as a surge of divine strength. Othniel rose with the authority of heaven behind him. He gathered the people. He led them into battle. And with God's power he struck down the king who had oppressed them. Israel was free again. Under Othniel's leadership, the nation returned to the Lord. The idols were pushed aside. The altars of false gods grew cold. The people remembered the covenant, the miracles, the God who had never abandoned them. And the land rested, not for a moment, not for a season, but for 40 years, a full generation of peace. Othniel, the first judge, stood as a reminder of what God can do when his people cry out, when they turn back, when they choose him again. But peace, as always, is fragile, and Israel's heart, as always, was prone to wander. The cycle was only beginning. If this story strengthened your faith, take a moment to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter.